Hi everybody, my name is Jess and this is our September digest. What am I going to be looking at all month long alongside you guys on YouTube and on Patreon? We're about to find out. So the very first thing is, who won my marathon for the month of September? This one has been a long time coming, is what CL would say, and I am honored and delighted to announce that LOONA has been the selected group for the month of September. We're going to look at their entire discography and their units as well, from their pre-debut all the way until their most recent works in their respective subunits. And also, as somebody who is one who fights for the cause, there is some forms and databases and servers that I have been granted access to from Orbits on Patreon and YouTube alike that allows me the privilege of looking at material without supporting their older company, because we do not stand the Block Creative. They are the worst. So I am one with Orbits on that, and I want to do a good job stewarding without giving them any viewership. So just know that I do have full intention with that. So if you're like, Jess, I've always wanted to join Patreon, I just never knew a good time, this is the month to do it if you're in Orbit for sure. There's gonna be so much fun to be had with that. Next up, this is really fun. So this month is actually our Waves Within. There's a world final going on in LA. I will physically be there as one of the organizers for the event. So if you didn't know, I am somebody who not just does YouTube analysis here, I'm also a dance educator and choreographer where I live, but also I go and I invest in communities in different parts of the country and the world. And so one of those things is I am an active member of the waving community, and one of my roles that I love contributing to is the art of organization and being able to conduct battles and structure events. So that is what is going down very soon, probably within the week that this video gets posted on YouTube. And so if you are in the LA area the weekend of September 5th, I would love to see you. It'd be cool. Come wave it out with us. And it would be cool. And if you find me there, I'll have a fun little surprise for you. If you show me that you follow me either on Patreon or YouTube, I'd love to meet you. This would be the first time I think I'd like intentionally meet people in public, so I think that would be super fun if I got to meet you there. And if you don't know what it's about, I will attach the Instagram to the Waves Within Instagram page so you can know more information if you even want to be a participant of the classes. So that's a fun little plug there. Love it. And now I do know that Fusion Concept and JUSTE DEBOUT just concluded their battles, and I know that there are some YouTube channels that post really good quality battle footage. I would say Stance is a fantastic example of that. So I do intend on keeping that on my radar. And of course, if you guys want to help assist out and make sure that I get access to those videos as they get released, I'd love to be able to look at some material. Will I be able to look at it all? I'll try my best. You know, I'm still trying to finish up lineup 9, which is happening this month. It has to. We got to do it. But I do want to be intentional on looking at different circuits and being able to just be an admirer of the craft and the art of dance in that way. So you can keep that on your radar. That is coming this month for sure. And then there are not one, but 2 new shows that are coming in hot on Patreon and on YouTube. First up is Road to Kingdom Ace of Ace. Now this one, last month, I almost died trying to marathon all of the groups affiliated, and I did it. Barely by the skin of my teeth. I finished up Unite literally this time yesterday, and it was a lot, but I'm so thankful I did, because I feel like I'll be able to be a way better advocate and analyst going into the challenges, knowing what I know, knowing the track list, kind of what their movement qualities are, who the teams affiliated with the groups are, things like that. And also a safe space for fandoms to land if they want to share their perspective and have somebody who isn't necessarily a fan of any one group, but I've taken the time to invest in all of them to provide some productive, functional sense of feedback. And I also know the manipulation of how Mnet structures their shows as well, to try to provide some light at the end of the tunnel that Kingdom a lot of times likes to squinch. Does that kind of make sense? To quench. And so not only will we be tackling the episodes of it, I will also be doing analysis as they release. I'm about to look at the trailers pretty soon, which I'm really excited for. And we will be starting a large group chat that's going to be accessible on Patreon. I will let that be a part of the links of all of the marathon material, as well as any Kingdom footage as well, just so you can be a part of the right there in the moment, let's talk about the episode kind of stuff. You do not have to be a paying Patreon member to be a part of the group chats. You just have to have a registered account and sign up for free. Really, it's like a free thing. So you do not have to pay to be a part of it. But if you're like, Jess, I want to see your episodes, that would be where you can invest. I have different tiers for different things, though. But you don't have to do that. I just want to hang out with you, whether it's on YouTube or Patreon. We have so many different options for that. Not only are we doing that with Road to Kingdom Ace of Ace, we got a new fighter show, Stage Fighter. Now, some of you are like, Jess, how can you contribute as much to Stage Fighter as you've been able to with Street Fighter? Let me tell you, remember, my background, I grew up in the studio. I grew up as a studio dancer, so I'm very familiar, more so, a lot of times, in ballet and contemporary than I am in street dance. That's something that I am continuing to expand my knowledge on in this day and age, as being an analyst that really helps understand the street culture side of things. But my implicit growth of my physical body learning as a teenager and very young adolescent was in the realm of ballet, contemporary, and jazz. So if anything, my implicit movement qualities and my lived experience can be very helpful in providing at least an easy layman perspective going into the show. I do plan on watching the full episodes as well as any analysis or teasers that they have released, because I'm your fighter bestie, just like I am hanging out on Street Woman Fighter Vietnam. We're still getting fed with that. We're going to be looking at Stage Fighter and really enjoying that. And depending on how the group chat for Road to Kingdom Ace of Ace goes, we may open up a group chat for Stage Fighter for all of us Mnet besties to go and cope together. And so I would love to see you a part of any of this kind of stuff with me. I think it'd be super fun. I love being able to know that I have people that are watching these things with me, sometimes waiting until I watch it too, so we watch it together. It means a lot, and I always enjoy the company. With Street Woman Fighter Vietnam, like I've mentioned, I am now officially in a great spot to where I get to take a look at it weekly, and I think that's super fun. I've already tackled a couple of the challenges, and I think I have one more at this time, but I'm excited to be able to tackle it soon. And of course, keeping up to date with all of the different challenges they post for the analysis side. So that's really, really fun, and I love the fact we get to upload the episodes onto YouTube. Shout out to the Vietnamese platforms that don't block me like Mnet does. So just calling it what it is. And then some things coming down the pipeline in terms of some comebacks and Patreon requests that I've already received, which I'm really excited for. I've had the privilege of looking at a couple of BTS material, and there's a chance that may be happening again. I have no problems with it. I really enjoy watching BTS. They are a certain degree of nostalgia for me too, which is really cool because I did grow up listening to a lot of their material. Also, I do know Taemin is coming in hot with a ton of new material, which is super fun, so you will have a lot of Taemin, as well as Key. He's been coming out with some stuff or some teasers for stuff, which means you're going to get a lot of older, shiny Taemin Key material launched onto YouTube, which we love when the vault opens up on Patreon. Everybody's a happy camper. I love being able to do it. It's awesome. And then we have Baekhyun as well. I've just noticed Chanyeol just had his comeback, and there may be more music videos coming down the pipeline. I hope so. I love his tone and I love his music. It's super fun. And Baekhyun too, which means there's going to be more EXO released from the vault, which I am super pumped on, and maybe even a Jess take can come with that, which I'm always a fan of. ATEEZ and BE:FIRST have announced that they will be doing a collaboration again, which I have no qualms with. I love the fact that I'm very familiar with BE:FIRST and very, very familiar with ATEEZ, because that means more ATEEZ reactions will be coming down and more BE:FIRST will be happening. So I feel like everybody in all the realms of the Jess React side of YouTube is going to get fed, and I have no problem with feeding. It makes me very excited, and I'm happy that my workload is a little bit easier this month, where I can be a better steward of supplying that as well. And so, all that to say, I am honored, delighted to make this video every month, knowing that there's going to be just so much joy and excitement that partakes, especially when there's a new series that comes out or a new season of a show. And knowing what I know, this is the first time I will ever be able to actively be a part of a Kingdom season. I have seen Road to Kingdom, Kingdom Legendary War, Queendom 1, and as of last week, Queendom 2. So I've seen 4 seasons, way behind compared to everybody else, but this time I'm in on it. Every week we're gonna be on it together, and I'm excited for the commentary and to be a lighthouse for you. If you're like, I don't want to go to Reddit, you can come to me. So you guys know me, I know you. I am Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.